You know, one of the biggest conversation in fitness and wellness industry is protein. We have been at the show, a fitness show, and those young people, that's all what they were interested in, more and more protein. And in general, everywhere you look, people are just talking, eat my protein because you have to rebuild your muscles. And especially, it's very important for healthy aging and it's very important for keeping balance as you get older. And honestly, I absolutely agree with it. Protein matters, especially if you want to build your muscles, if you want to stay strong and get as you get older. But over the years, I started noticing something that made me really think. I Most of my clients, actually a lot of them, are people who are doing everything right. They eat right, they exercise, they take a lot of protein, they take other supplements, and they go to gym several times a week. And still, they are complaining because their some joints are hurting, they are not as flexible as before, they cannot recover as fast, they feel stiff in the morning, and even the joints start to bother them. They may think that they are doing everything right, but something is missing. And I notice also that a lot of coaches, especially fitness coaches and trainers, I started seeing that also. And even there, I have several of them as my clients. And especially that happens after 40 for some reason. That's just a magic number, because at some point fitness is much more than just building muscles. And this is a very, very important, not many people realize that muscles are important, actually very important. And you can feel and look great when you have muscles, but muscles don't work alone. The body also depends upon connective tissue, your fascia, your ligaments, and extracellular matrix, and synovial fluid, and cartilage. All of it are very, very important. And that I mentioned, that show, fitness show, nobody was interested in these issues. Extracellular matrix, I don't know even if they knew what it is, but they were interested just protein and building our muscles. And unfortunately, all the structure that held the body together, it's and allowed to move it properly, are important. And this is also included extracellular matrix. And when this is degenerated, nothing can work properly. So that's where the things are getting very, very interesting, because the protein gives the body building blocks, okay? But the body still needs more than that. It needs signaling, it needs communication, it needs to start rebuilding itself on a much deeper level. So it is, you have to understand that there is a difference between feeding the body and helping your body to respond. And they are not the same things. So let me give you examples, even with my husband. So my husband was doing everything right. He was never fat. He had exercised all his life. He was eating correctly. And he, it was like a perfect example. He was fit, and still he had a problem with his joints and recovery. And So outside, he was looking extremely fit. But he told me, uh, my especially his right arm, right joint, shoulder was really bothering him. He was not able anymore to lift the right arm without the help of the left arm, and his muscles were very strong. But the rest of the body was struggling to keep up. So we needed to find a solution for that, right? And I also work with some women, especially one woman who is, again, she was eating correctly, she was exercising, she was fit, beautiful, but still her lower back was bothering her, and the doctors told her that she would be on a wheelchair and they have no solution for her. So we started working together, and we we found the solution by putting all the program together with rebuilding the extracellular matrix. Because again, when this extracellular matrix degenerates, then nothing can work. Nothing can work. And there is another person who was an athlete, and he said he was training very consistently. He was very strong. He did every day the strength training. He took a lot of proteins. He ate correctly. He took supplements, and still he was saying, "I feel tight all the time. My body feels inflamed." So, in other words, we are not going to recover the same time anymore. And this I hear over and over again, and we have to start. I have to put try to explain to them that it's necessary to not only worry about your muscles, but also about extracellular matrix, about your joints, hyaluronic acid, hydration, and everything together, giving the body the chance to rebuild itself properly. And this is all about signaling. Because if we send the proper signals, if we put the right genes on and off at the time when they're supposed to function properly, then everything will change. So, and I remember why trainer once told me that my clients can rebuild muscle faster than their body can tolerate stress. And I thought it was extremely powerful statement because sometimes muscle improve while fascia, joints, tendons, recovery systems are and extracellular matrix are falling behind. So honestly, this is where I think the fitness industry sometimes oversimplifies things. Because many people think if I just eat enough protein, my body will repair automatically. But the reality is, aging changes the way the body functions, and recovery becomes slower. This collagen production slows down and then becomes a deficit. Hyaluronic acid production slows down and there is a huge deficit. And then hydration tissues is related to it, that it changes. Inflammation accumulates, and that's a big one. And connective tissue becomes less resilient. So, suddenly people start noticing changes, not because they stop trying, not because they become lazy, but because the body itself is changing. And honestly, I think that this is why so many active people feel frustrated. They are putting the work, they are disciplined, but the body not longer responds the same way as when they were 25. And this is why I became so interested in the idea of bioactivity. So it is not, bioactivity is not what you just put into your body, but how your body is responding to it. Does it create a signal for rebuilding? That is the question. And this is a completely different conversation, because become healthy and fit is not just only about maintaining muscle tone, but it's also about maintaining the quality of the entire body. So, about the movement, mobility, recovery, flexibility, and resilience. And the ability to continue doing the things you love without constantly feeling broken down. And honestly, I think this is where fitness is heading, toward longevity, toward smarter recovery, toward protecting the body while still rebuilding strength. Because what good is muscle if your joints hurt all the time? Think about it. What good is strength if recovery takes forever? Or what good is training hard if your body feels older every year? I think more and more coaches are starting to realize that, especially the ones who truly care about long-term health and performance. Because real fitness is not just about looking strong. It's about staying capable, staying mobile, staying active, staying independent, feeling good inside your body. And not only now, but 10, 20, and or 30 years from now. And honestly, this is why I believe that the future of fitness is not only about building muscles. It's about building a body that continue performing for decades. A body that stays mobile, recovers well, feels strong, feels resilient, not just looks strong on outside. So, to sum it up, yes, protein absolutely matters. But protein alone is not enough. The body needs support in a much deeper level. I truly believe that understanding this, that the tissue recovery, hydration, signaling, and structuring health may become one of the biggest shifts in healthy aging and fitness. Because the goal is not just to build muscle, the goal is to build a body that lasts. So, thank you very much for being here with me today. And if this conversation resonated with you, share it with somebody who exercises, trains clients, or cares about healthy aging and performance. And as always, thank you for being a part of this conversation. And I'll see you in the next episode.
Thanks for tuning in to From Wellness to Wealth. Grab our proven guide to age reversing system at agereversingsecret.com and join our community of modern professionals optimizing their health, wealth, and life, one biohack at a time. Until next time, keep thriving. From wellness to wealth.